Hello friends, how are you? This is Dr. Nagi, Ayurveda and Medicine Doctor and also Isha Hatha Yoga teacher. So today in this video we are going to talk about the menstrual imbalance or disturbance that about 80% of women feel, but they don't know the real cause of it, and what are the common things which we can change in our daily lifestyle and that can impact our menstrual health in a bigger way. So, today we are going to discuss about these small topics which will help to make us menstrual health better. It's been seen in most of the commercials that are related with menstruation, like you don't stop your life. If you are using this kind of sanitary napkin or this thing, you can do your day to day work without any problem. You can jump, you can do this thing, you can do that thing. So, there is a natural tendency in the woman, like these commercials are being created in such a way that like periods or menstruation, some kind of negativity that it is stopping you from doing something, and it somehow creates little bit of negative image. But the actual thing is, according to Ayurveda, this menstruation or this monthly cycle that women go throughout her life during her reproductive phase, this is a very natural process. So, a woman's body are blessed with this natural cleansing that happens every month. So, most of the women when they come for me, they say like they feel it as a problem. Because definitely there are discomforts, there are a little bit of anxieties or sometimes anger, irritation, these kind of symptoms start coming and we start designating it as a problem. But the actual thing is, these problems are not much related with menstruation, but these are more related with our lifestyle disorders. So, today we are going to discuss about these topics in details, maybe hoping that this video will help you to go through this nicely. Today I thought like I will make a video which is telling more of the Ayurveda aspect among people, so that more and more people will be aware of this Ayurveda knowledge and how in Ayurveda this description of Rajonivritti has been given a natural pathway, and what are the certain changes that we can do in our day to day life which will help us to go through these mood swings very naturally. Most of the times it has been seen that women feel imbalances or disturbances in their menstruation, but they just ignore it because these disturbances are not in some bigger level, they are very minor disturbances here and there. So, most of the times we don't pay attention. So, specifically for these kind of women, I have created this video. Definitely if you have some serious disorders regarding menstruation or anything which is disease connected, that is gynec topic. So, these are different issues. For that definitely we need to seek the help of the doctor. It depends on the symptoms and various kind of problems that woman is facing, and accordingly the treatment has been prescribed. But there are the general things which a woman face and they sometimes ignore it because these symptoms are not so big, and but still there are little bit discomfort and these symptoms are present which we usually ignore it. So, I thought I will create a video regarding this so that it will be helpful for many people. So, there are very basic things which you need to pay attention regarding periods. One thing is, first focus on your lifestyle. Is your lifestyle is not very hectic, it is peaceful, it is calm. So, this is very important. If you are not paying attention to your food, it is very important, like you are not paying attention to yourself, that means you are not taking care of yourself by having proper food, proper medicines, proper workout, proper exercise, giving some time for our mental relaxation that is coming out of stress and anxieties. So, if we are not doing in our day to day life these things, if we are not paying attention towards that, definitely it is going to impact our periods, because during menstruation definitely there is a change in the hormones that happens. But if these life factors which I have mentioned, if you are not paying attention to these small symptoms which every woman is going to feel during periods because of this change in hormones, its level becomes very high because we are not taking care of other aspects. At the same time, it also becomes very important that how your relationships are going on, whether you are having healthy relationships around you or stressful relationships around you. If you are having stressful relationships around you, definitely it is going to enhance your stress level, it is going to remove your lower your serotonin level, that is the happy hormone, and many more other things. So definitely whenever these when a woman goes through menstruation, there is certain surge, there is a certain change in hormonal level, and if some woman is going through these relationship problems and these stress related problems, there is a natural aggravation in all these levels, like you can say a small mole become a mountain. So these kind of problems most of the times comes when our relationships are not healthy, these kind of excessive aggravations that happen. So it is very important that we pay attention to work on ourselves, not on improving other person, but to working on ourselves. How we can work on ourselves, like with the help of meditation, with the help of yoga, with the help of giving nourishing food to our mind, that is positive thoughts and positive thinking. In addition to that, how I am eating, what I am eating, at what time I am eating, at what time I am going to sleep, how much time I am giving to walk, how much time I am giving to exercise, this is also going to impact your menstruation. So if you are feeling little bit disturbance in these menstruation patterns, you can also start paying attention to your food habits, like in how you can change your food habits, like in the morning you can have a bowl of fruits. After that you can have sprouts and then anything cooked. Then whenever you are having your dinner, you try to have your dinner before 7 or at 7 or maximum at 8. After 8 or 8:30, if you are going to have dinner, try to have very light dinner, because that would be very beneficial for you if you are going for late dinners. Otherwise, if you are going to have proper dinners, try to have your dinner before 8 p.m. So these are the simple things, day-to-day lives, that you can do. In addition to that, whenever you are finishing your food, try to walk for 20 minutes. It is very beneficial to make your digestive fire well, and it also helps in digestion of food. In addition to that, we also need to understand these menstrual cycles according to Ayurveda. Definitely, according to modern medicine, there is a changes in hormones, like there is a luteal phase, this phase, that phase. So I am not going to go for the medical terminologies, but there is another phase, another way of describing all these things in Ayurveda, which I think everybody will understand and everybody can connect it. So first phase, there are three phases in menstruation. The first phase is known as Kapha phase. So in why it is called Kapha phase? Because during this phase there is a maturing of this ovum. Ovum is the woman egg. When this sperm and ovum meet, then a baby comes or zygote comes. So this ovum, that is the woman egg, it is maturing. And at the same time, your uterine wall, the wall of uterus, it is also going to prepare for receiving this ovum, because finally whenever ovum will move from the fallopian tube, that is a tube that connects from ovary to uterus, there is a tube kind structure from where ovum travels, and ultimately ovum means this female egg, and ultimately it will land into the uterus. So uterus prepares bed for that, so that it can be stabilized, it can hold that ovum. So everything is towards growth. That's why this phase is known as Kapha phase, because everything is growing, everything is strengthening. So that is the Kapha phase of this whole monthly cycle. So in the very beginning, after your periods finish, from that day to 10th to 12th day, this is the Kapha phase that happens in woman's cycle. After Kapha phase, the Pitta phase started. In modern texts, it is also known as ovulation. During this ovulation phase, like I said, that egg, the ovum, that will travel and it will be seated in the uterus. So ovulation period is also known as fertilization period, because if somebody wants a child or they are preparing to have a baby, so this is the time, that is a fertile period. Like if you come together during this phase, there is more possibility to get pregnant. So, this is called ovulation phase. In Ayurveda, it is called Pitta phase. Pitta phase, during this phase, why it is called Pitta phase? Because during ovulation phase, if you observe that there is a natural raise in the temperature of the body. If you want to check your ovulation phase, like when it is going, so it is one very simple method. You can measure your temperature after every 12th to 16th day. You will see, because for different women there is different ovulation phase. In some women this ovulation phase little bit early, in some women this ovulation phase little bit late. So, it depends from woman to woman and depends on how much days a woman has a monthly cycle. For some women, this monthly cycle goes from 24 days to 28 days, in some women 30 days. So, this ovulation phase also changes. So, that is why I am saying from 12 to 16 days. So, this is the most of the time, this is the ovulation phase, and during this phase there is a raise in the temperature of the body, and whenever there is a raise in the temperature of body, that means there is a heat in the system. That is why we call it Pitta phase. So, this is the Pitta phase that goes on, and at the last cycle of periods, that is called Vata phase, in which your periods start. Like whatever movement happens, like if your egg does not get fertilized, it will go out during in the form of periods or menstruation. So, this is how in Ayurveda they see menstruation as, like there is a Kapha phase, then Pitta phase, and then Vata phase. So, Vata phase is responsible for the Rajo Nivriti. Rajo means the blood, the menstrual blood, and Nivriti means to remove it from the system. Now, various women feel various kind of symptoms during this menstruation or pre-menstruation. Many women feels a lot of lethargy. Many women feel a lot of anger and irritation, and some women feel anxiety and panic attacks or this palpitation. So, palpitation means just fear, it just land into fear for some reasons. So, if you have symptoms like fear, panic attacks, anxiety, they are more related with Vata dosh imbalance. And if you have symptoms like anger or irritation, they are more related to Pitta imbalance. And if you have more symptoms like lethargy, you do not want to do anything, you do not want to move, so they are more like Kapha dosh imbalance symptoms. So, what you can do to subside these symptoms? You need to adopt the same lifestyle as I have prescribed, like Vata dosh people what they need to do, Pitta dosh people what they need to do, and Kapha dosh people what they need to do. Regarding this, there is a video especially for Vata body type, Pitta body type, and Kapha body type. There are link below, you can always click to that link and you focus on all the points which I have mentioned in these videos, because I do not want to repeat the same thing. So, if you click on these videos, you can figure out if there is Vata imbalance, what you need to do, Pitta imbalance, what you need to do, and Kapha imbalance, what you need to do. These are small, slight lifestyle changes, and definitely if you are suffering 90% from these symptoms, if you try to change your lifestyle, these symptoms will subside to 10% or 20%, which is totally natural. In most of the women, it has been seen like during pre-menstruation, they have a bloating in the lower abdomen, like the lower stomach becomes a little bit fat, and at the same time they feel constipation and they feel indigestion, and sometimes these nauseatic feeling and very heaviness in the body. So, to subside all these symptoms, what you can do during especially periods and before 2-3 days before periods, start having more of the soup diet or light diet. Do not take any heavy meat diets or any diet which contains a lot of junk food and canned food. Try to have more organic and fresh food during this time. I suggest you, if you are feeling these symptoms more and more, you try to have cooked food, because cooked food is easy for digestion, and cooked or boiled food. Like when I am saying cooked means it should be boiled properly, and if you want to add spices you can do, but at the same time try to have that food which is properly cooked, and try to consume that food within 3 hours of cooking. It is better if it is if organic food is available to you, that is organic fresh vegetables or fruits, that would be more beneficial, because fruits are easy to digest. But at the same time, I would like to suggest you try to avoid raw food, like raw vegetables or raw meat if somebody is eating, or the food which is half cooked, because this kind of food is difficult to digest. And already when you are going through period, there is a Vata phase is going on. That means your digestive fire will not be that strong. So when your digestive fire will not be that strong, it is better to have that food which is easily digestible, so that you will not feel more and more cramps, and you will not feel tenderness, you do not feel heaviness, and your periods will be natural and without any disturbance. So, this is a small thing which you can do in your day to day life. It is not some kind of big change, just 4 days you just pay more attention towards your diet. And more focus on your diet, like you need to eat light, try to have more and more soup diets, because these soup diets are more easy to digest. But when I am saying soup diets, I am not talking about market soup. You need to take vegetable, you need to cut it into pieces, and either you grind it or you just boil it in water properly. Steam it in a pressure cooker, because in India we use a lot of pressure cookers, so we most of the time we use steamed vegetables, and because they provide proper nutrition also, and at the same time they are easily digestible. So, especially during period days, do not try to have more and more heavy diets, because these heavy diets are difficult to digest, and definitely they are Vata aggravating, and that is why you feel stomach disturbances and constipation. So, try to have more and more fruits, at the same time properly cooked boiled food. That would be more beneficial to subside your Vata dosha, and your periods will not be so troublesome. At the same time, like it was mentioned in earlier literature also, during periods, at least one day during periods, whenever you have very high flow, try to rest that day. In our ancient texts, always a woman was prohibited to do any house work, but later it took some bad phase, like okay, woman cannot enter these things, so people misunderstood it. But actual purpose it, they want to give rest to the woman. Just rest wherever you are, you just rest for these 2 days whenever you have very heavy flow. It will help you to bring these periods naturally, normally, and you will not feel that much exhaustion, and it will help you to strengthen your body, at the same time strengthen your mind. At the same time, you can use hot pads on the front or at the back, that everybody knows. At the same time, you can also use fenugreek decoction, that is very beneficial to subside this Vata dosha. How you can create this fenugreek decoction? That you take a cup of water, in that you put 1 teaspoon of fenugreek seeds, and just boil for next 15 minutes. After that, you just switch off the gas and let it cool at room temperature. When the temperature goes to the temperature of like to the same temperature how we drink tea or coffee, so to that temperature you just drink this decoction, and you need to prepare this decoction every time new, and you can repeat this decoction every 2 hours if you want, like if pain does not subside. But it is not whole day, and whole day it will not have like pain keep on going, it will subside after some time. And this way you need not to take any some very strong painkillers or something, because this decoction is very beneficial to remove the Vata dosha, and that is why pain subsides. So, these are the small tips and day to day in our day to day life which we can do, which we can adopt to go through these periods naturally and blissfully. So, that is all for today. I hope you will like this video, and those of you who are watching me for the first time, please do not forget to subscribe my channel. At the same time, you please do not forget to hit the bell icon, so that you will stay in tune with our upcoming videos. Also, those of you who are asking about consultations, yes, you can write to us regarding consultations. Consultations are available online. So, if somebody wants, you can write down to us on our Facebook page, or even on YouTube. We will try to guide you how you can contact us. Also, if you want to support us you can join our membership, because in membership there are certain videos, there are certain exclusive videos which are available, which are not available on YouTube. And how you can join this membership? There is a join button near subscription. You can click join and you can support us. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching my video. At the same time, don't forget to do exercise, because it will help to make your periods better. So give some time, at least 20 minutes a day throughout the month, for exercise to make your health better. And nothing much, if only even skipping is very beneficial. But those women who are having pregnancy, to them I will not advise skipping, or expecting pregnancy, to those women also you please avoid skipping, and you just go for gentle practices or gentle exercises. At the same time, all those women, you can do meditation and yoga. It is very, very beneficial, but please do it under a qualified teacher and under the guidance of qualified doctor, because if we try something by our own, it would not be so beneficial, and though it invite more harms. So it is very important that we seek a professional help. So that's all for today's video. I hope you will like it, and if you like it, please don't forget to share with your friends. And if you have any questions, please don't forget to write those questions to us. We will try to answer your questions in the best possible way. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and with this note I would like to say, stay healthy, stay blessed, take care, bye.